Guys, it has been a while since I've been uploading on this channel, and a lot has happened between then, but I'm here to tell you guys right now, I'm back. And I'm back full force, and I'm here to tell you guys something that has that is the reason why I'm even here in front of you right now. And not only because I'm here to give you the advice, but the reason why I'm even doing this stuff. Because you got to remember, at the end of the day, no one is forcing me to do this. Nobody. Nobody's forcing me to work for the people. Nobody's forcing me to figure out ways to help improve others' lives. This is all my doing because I genuinely had the desire to do so. I'm here to tell you guys right now what helped me fuel said desire, what helped unleash, unleash is a funny word, help spark and reignite un that untapped energy. So before we get started, this is you. As you can see, that's me. That's literally me in the video. And in the video, in the picture right there. And do I look healthy? Do I look like a happy person? Do I look like somebody you'd want to be around? Hell no. I wouldn't even want to be around that guy. And that's me. That's literally me. If he lived in my house, I would not be a happy guy. I would figure out a way to get him out because the he just doesn't look like someone you should be around. Doesn't look like someone you should be around. And I'm here to tell you right now that that's exactly how I felt. All right. Looks were not deceiving in this instance. That's genuinely how I felt. I did not like my life. I genuinely at times hated my life. I was lost, anxious, depressed. I was everything. You name it. That was me. All right. I was depressed. I was genuinely depressed. I didn't do anything. I mean, you can clearly tell. Just look at me. Just look at me in that picture. And it had gotten so bad to the point where I'm not gonna read out loud what that says, but if you look at that screenshot right there, that was real. That was from my tablet. That was from my tablet. And things were rough. Like it still kind of stings a little bit just reading that now because that's me. But this makes me so much more happier. Just look at me, man. That was taken today. Look at me. I look like a fucking boss. I look like $1 million in that picture. I look fucking incredible. I look phenomenal. I look amazing. But enough glaze. You're probably thinking that I'm going to tell you what everyone else tells you. Meditate, weight lift, do cardio, better sleep, start reading more books, start doing this, start doing that. And all those are good habits. All right, even to start doing this, start doing that. Because it's better than doing nothing. But, and as important as they are, they're not the reason. They're not what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you is to go keto and stop eating carbs. I know that there have been some studies saying that carbs aren't negative and that carbs are actually good for you, but from my personal experience, every time, excuse me, every time I've cut carbs out of my life has only gotten better. When I cut carbs out of my life last year, I got in the best shape of my life. I'm about to show you guys right now so you guys know I'm not bullshitting. This was me back when I was eating carbs from January 2023 to April. And this is the aftermath. This is just about 3 months later. Look at that. Look at that fucking behemoth of a man. Look at me. All right, but again, enough glaze. Not only did I get in the best shape of my life, it like cleared my mind in a way that I didn't even know could be clear. Like I didn't even know diet played that big of a role until I went keto. Like I thought that, obviously you don't want to be eating junk food. Like you don't want to be eating Pop Tarts. I thought that I could still get away with, eating because I would eat rice, but I'd eat a ton of rice. Like prior to me going keto back in 2023, I don't think there was a day in my life that I went without eating white rice. Like that's how much I loved it. That's how much I was so used to eating it. And looking back, I didn't realize that I had brain fog all the time. That I would constantly condor. I don't know what I was trying to say. That I would constantly daydream throughout the day. And like not in a way where like I'm thinking about the future, like planning or plotting. No, like just like just lost, like almost mouth breathing, almost mouth breathing sometimes. I get tired in the middle of the day. Even at school, I remember like there'd be times at school where I was one of those kids. I would take a nap in class. I would take naps, and that's not fucking normal. That's not normal. All right, it's 1 p.m. The fuck you taking a nap for? And I know in some countries, like I think in Colombia, there's this thing called like a siesta that's like normal for people there. I don't think that's normal though. Like just because something is normal doesn't mean it's normal. Because everyone in the world eats carbs. Everyone. Almost everyone I know. I can't name you a single person who I know that is not eating carbs right now. Like that I know like I know in person. I can name you people online. As a matter of fact, I'll name the person who got me to seriously consider this again, Hamza. I'm sure all of you know who he is if you guys are into the self-improvement space. Genuinely an amazing guy. Like the amount of advice and the amount of work that he's put in to help out young men like myself is very admirable. But back to keto. It just kept my mind sharp. Like I finally like I have like good zest. I don't feel like I'm like slogging through the day. I don't feel like a zombie. I don't feel like I'm on autopilot. Like I'm ready to go. Like an example. Like I don't have to be doing this right now. Prior to keto, you know what I would do? I would eat food. That's what everyone does. But I would just mindlessly watch YouTube videos. Mindlessly. Like I'm really into WWE. I'm really into professional wrestling. But I haven't even watched it recently, the past few weeks. Not because I fell out of love with it, but because I'm just more worried about myself and my work and stuff like this right here. Like prior to this, I was doing music. Like I was more worried about what I can contribute to the world as opposed to just mindlessly consume and consume and consume and consume. And keto really helped with that. I'm not saying that it's impossible without keto, but I feel like keto is like that propeller that moves you forward. It's like boom, go on. And then if you fail, that's on you. Like if you go on keto and your life doesn't change for the better, like if you don't feel more energized, then there's actually something wrong. Like I actually don't know what to tell you. Because I'm here to tell you right now, I haven't ate carbs in about a week and a half. Feel fucking amazing. Not one of these days, the week and a half I'm talking about, there was not a single one of these days where I felt tired in the middle of the day, where I felt lost, where I didn't feel sharp. I felt sharp ever since I went keto. Even and I want to say the first day, because it was only the first day and I ate carbs the day before. I want to say that was like a placebo. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, I feel good because I told myself I'm not eating carbs and I didn't eat carbs. And that actually goes perfectly with this next slide. How to go about keto. You heard what I just said. I didn't fucking plot this thing out. I didn't say, okay, this week I'm only gonna eat this amount of rice, I'm gonna eat that amount, this week I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat that. I just changed my identity. All right. Before I was someone who ate carbs. I told myself, all right, I don't eat carbs anymore. And then I just don't eat carbs. That's it. And then when it's time to eat, two things. Number one, I intermittent fast and I only do one meal a day. Right? I intermittent fast because there's one less thing to worry about. All right, cooking breakfast takes time, dude. That's not that's not really the main reason, but I going back to like the energy thing. I always felt tired when I ate breakfast in the morning. Now, to be fair, I don't think I've ever had a keto breakfast. So I'm not saying that you have to intermittent fast, but I do one meal a day as well, simply because I work in the mornings. So I feel much more energized and much more because like I just told you guys, like every time I've had breakfast, I end up feeling tired afterwards. So I do both those things. And then when it's time for me to eat, just get meat and just cook meat. I'm basically a carnivore actually, but keto. I put keto simply because that was what I did last year, and they were pretty much the same results. Like keto and carnivore, I to me they're almost interchangeable. Like I could have put carnivore in here as well, but I think carnivore is like a much more scarier term, which it shouldn't be, but it is. Like I feel like if I were to put carnivore, people would be like, oh hell no. Whereas keto is like easing you in, you know what I mean? But I literally just changed my identity. I just told myself, okay, I don't eat carbs anymore. I don't eat carbs, and then I stopped. Completely stopped eating carbs. And you're probably wondering what the like because those thoughts will come in your head like, "Which you ate carbs yesterday." Well, I'm not eating them today. Not only am I not eating them, not only am I not eating them today, I'm not eating them at all. What about yesterday? Shit, that was yesterday. Today's a different day. Or a different person. That's simple. It's as simple as that. You can literally just make that change in your mind right now. Because that's literally what I did. Like I can't sit here and tell you, oh, I sat down, I meditated, like, and all of a sudden my hunger for carbs went away. Like, because I still, occasionally crave carbs here and there. Like my parents, sometimes they buy chips. And, chips look enticing, but I don't eat carbs. That's not who I am. That's not who Andres Chacon is. I don't eat carbs. I don't hate carbs. Like I don't have this fucking agenda towards carbs, but I just don't eat carbs. Because whenever I don't eat carbs is when I feel my best. I feel my sharpest. Like I think you guys can tell right now. I'm someone with pretty high energy. This is not how I am when I am eating carbs. Especially at this time, the only thing I'll be doing right now is laying on the couch watching YouTube videos about wrestling, about other people talking about my passion, which is fucking weird sometimes when I think about it. So I put see when I originally made this, I put this as a bonus tip, but genuinely once I started talking, because I have recorded this before, but my mic wasn't on. So when I recorded this the first time, I thought to myself, this isn't even a bonus tip. Like this is almost the tip itself. Pause. This is almost like the advice that I'm giving you right now, like how to fix your life. Create a new identity. It all starts mentally. It all starts mentally. Like this is the foundation for the main tip, which is going keto. But in order to do that, you got to change the way you think about yourself. Or you need to tell yourself, okay, I only eat meat, or I don't eat carbs. It's that simple. Trust me, it works. All right. Some of you might think that diet doesn't play a big role, and I used to think the same exact thing. I thought to myself, well, I mean, I'm sure there's been people in the past who don't eat, the best, who are able to achieve success. But I'm here to tell you right now that this diet has like I almost, I call it a new identity for a reason. Like I feel nothing like the old me. Nothing like the old me. I don't even look like the old me anymore. Like I've already shed a couple of pounds, and in a good way. Not to where like I look like frail, but like I look leaner. Like this shirt, a schmedium. All right, like as one of my boys from work likes to call it, a schmedium. Last week I couldn't wear this. Like I'll be able to put it on. I wouldn't explode, but like it would stick out. My fat would stick out in ways that I didn't like. Like it just didn't look good. Today I threw this on. I'm like, damn, I feel just like how I did last year when I originally went on that cut. So let me tell you guys right now. And then this is what I was talking about earlier, where you just eat meat. You just eat nothing but meat. All right. Because with keto, you can still eat things like avocados. You can still eat things like cheese. But to be fair, I do like I call it carnivore because it's still like animal products, with the exception of dark chocolate. But I wouldn't even worry about this too much. Mainly just cut out carbs, dude. That's like the biggest that is the needle moving piece of advice that I can give you. The biggest needle mover that I can possibly give you. Just cut out carbs from your life. All right, do it for a week at least, and then tell me if you feel any what? Tell me how much better you feel. Because I guarantee you, you're not going to tell me that you feel worse. You might feel iffy the first 1 or 2 days, but trust me, once you get past that stage, because you got to be willing to persevere. Once you get past that stage, you will. You, see, I can't even put into words how thankful you'll be. But I have anything else to tell you guys? That's it. That's it. You know, just cut out carbs from your life and make sure that you create that new identity. Make sure you tell yourself. It sounds wishy-washy, but it works. It worked last year, it worked this year, and it'll work forever. All right, because it all starts with the mind. It all starts mentally, and you got to be very careful what you say. You don't say, "I'm gonna try to go keto. I'm gonna try to stop eating carbs." You say, "I do not eat carbs," and then when you actually follow through with said action, all of a sudden your self-esteem just got higher because you told yourself something and you followed through. And I think we could all do with a higher self-esteem. We'd all be better off with higher self-esteem. So that's all I got to tell you. That's all I got for today.